Aphelios, Riot's original 200 years champion. His toolkit looks ridiculously complicated on the surface, but it is actually very straightforward once you break it down. Anyway, in this Aphelios guide, you get everything you need to know in less than 5 minutes. Aphelios' biggest weakness is honestly his steep learning curve. The champion comes with insane damage and utility while also being super squishy, so not only must your positioning be on point, but you also need to know how to get the most out of his intricate weapon system. You effectively unlock all your basic abilities at level 2, which gives you a huge advantage over the opposing AD carry when you manage your weapons and ammunition correctly. Instead of his abilities, Aphelios can buff his combat stats when leveling up, and in the current meta it is optimal to max out attack damage first, lethality second, and attack speed last. As you know, Aphelios has 5 different weapons in his arsenal through which he is cycling perpetually, always holding one main hand weapon and one offhand weapon. Each weapon has a unique auto attack and a unique Q spell, and a weapon's Q comes with additional bonus effects depending on your current offhand weapon. Therefore, there will always be an optimal offhand weapon for each of your 5 main hand Qs, and the most infamous combo Aphelios has is Scythe Pistol main hand and Chakram offhand. Scythe Pistol enhances your auto attacks with bonus lifesteal, and Scythe Q lets you fire a set amount of shots with both your weapons in alternation. This means you generate a crazy amount of chakrams with this weapon combo, and once your Scythe Q is finished, you can now switch weapons with W to unlock incredibly strong chakram auto attacks. Basic attacks with chakram have fixed attack speed depending on Aphelios' distance to his target. This means your DPS with chakram main hand will be higher the closer you and your opponent are. Chakram Q places a turret on the floor that fights for you, and its attacks are identical to those of Aphelios' offhand weapon. The best offhand weapon here is the sniper rifle, creating extremely useful sniper turrets. The sniper rifle as a main hand weapon increases your auto attack range by 100 to a total of 650, allowing you to outrange most other champions. Sniper Q is a skill shot which can be used to poke enemies from a safe distance, and when you hit them, they get marked. You can right-click marked targets to strike them with your current offhand weapon, and the best offhand weapon for sniper synergies is your gravity cannon. Attacks with gravity cannon slow their targets, which makes for amazing kiting, and pressing Q with gravity cannon will root all affected enemies in place, giving Aphelios huge engage potential. After your sniper rifle is depleted, you want to have the flamethrower for another perfect synergy. Flamethrower auto attacks have an AoE effect, making them strong in teamfights and for wave clear, and Flamethrower Q allows you to strike multiple enemies with your offhand weapon. Now you can simply press W to get access to your gravity Q again, effectively snaring the entire enemy team. Gravity Cannon will run out eventually, bringing back your Scythe Pistol, but Flamethrower Scythe is also a great combo, allowing for AoE healing with Flamethrower Q, or for huge AoE damage with Scythe Q for optimal teamfight presence. You will always have access to one of these optimal weapon combinations if you deplete your weapons in the following order. After starting with Sniper and Scythe level 1, you deplete Scythe first. Then you deplete the currently oldest weapon in your inventory until you eventually end up with the broken Scythe Chakram combo. Next, you deplete Scythe again. Now you can simply continue to deplete the currently oldest weapon for the rest of the game to optimally cycle through your combos indefinitely. At level 6, Aphelios automatically unlocks his ultimate. This long-ranged skill shot deals AoE damage and then also strikes all enemies hit with your current main hand weapon, applying its effects. Scythe and Chakram ultimates are good for dueling, Sniper ultimates are good for finishing off low-health enemies or for hitting the subscribe button in a clutch moment, and Gravity and Flamethrower ultimates are good for teamfighting. Conqueror used to be a strong keystone on Aphelios, but ever since its nerfs, you should go for Press the Attack, Overheal, Legend Bloodline, and Cutdown with Taste of Blood and Ingenious Hunter secondary. While Conqueror is still okay, the payoff in the mid and late game is simply not as high anymore, and Press the Attack is much more damage during the early to mid game. Legend Bloodline and Taste of Blood help with late and early game sustain respectively, and Overheal can compensate for Aphelios' low HP stat to some degree. Offensively, a low HP stat is quite good though, allowing you to abuse the rune Cutdown for crazy damage. Ingenious Hunter is amazing too, because your first core item on Aphelios is Gale Force. On a squishy, immobile champion with high all-in damage, Gale Force's active is super valuable, and the shorter the cooldown the better. Your second item is Collector, further increasing your all-in damage while also synergizing with your innate lethality. Infinity Edge Third gives you enhanced crit damage, and most of Aphelios' spells do in fact scale with crit as well. Lord Dominic's Regards is your optimal next item, further weaponizing your low health pool with Giant Slayer, while also unlocking the powerful combination of lethality and the Last Whisper passive. Your last item is either Bloodthirster for better dueling, Runan's Hurricane for better teamfighting, or Guardian Angel against fed assassins. If you want to see what one of the best Aphelios players in the world is doing to maximize the champion's potential, just click the link on your screen right there.